We often hear what food is good for us and what food we should avoid.
On top of that, companies are now trying to get us to wonder if certain foods lead to headaches, bloating, and fatigue. Many of you told us you've been bombarded with social media ads for such at-home food sensitivity tests. So News 4's Claire Kellett gave it a try.
Meg Pfeiffer is a mom of 3 young boys. In the midst of her family's busy schedule, she's tired of struggling with stomach pain.
I'm always the one with the stomach ache. I'm always the one that food is bothering me.
Pete Jones also has 3 children. He's focused on food right now as he works to lose more than 50 pounds.
I want to be a good, healthy dad for them that enjoys playing with them.
Pete and Meg were both eager to take the Everlywell food sensitivity test to see if eliminating certain foods would make them feel better, be healthier.
I'm very anxious because I'm wondering if there'll be any big surprises.
For $159, the company's website says the at-home test measures your body's immune response to nearly 100 foods, everything from dairy to produce and protein to grains and spices, and groups them in categories based on how you react to them.
Place your finger against a firm surface.
The kit comes with a needle to prick your finger for a blood sample. Mail it off and your promised physician-reviewed results in days, which Everlywell says will help you target the food causing symptoms like bloating, fatigue, headaches, and stomach pain.
A high reaction to gluten and to wheat.
Scrolling through his results, Pete expected to hear that as he's already cut gluten and wheat from his diet, but he had a number of surprises.
Almond and cashew are new. I didn't know I had a reaction to those. It looks like I have some type of reaction to just about every possible vegetable on here.
Fruit after fruit after fruit.
Meg was also shocked by her lengthy list.
I expected to see like a group of food or a category, not a whole big list of things.
And while she figured barley, malt, and oat would be on her list as they cause her stomach pain, she wasn't expecting to see so many fruits, vegetables, and nuts.
Things that I thought were everyday foods that I eat and that don't seem to bother me, don't seem to have an effect on me.
Dr. Josie Vitale of Allergy, Asthma, and Food Allergy Centers of St. Louis says her office has seen a growing number of patients doing at-home food sensitivity tests.
When you hear that there could be a solution, I think it's very appealing to try to isolate those.
But she cautions how you incorporate the results into your everyday eating.
And the most important thing to understand is the difference between food allergy and food intolerances.
An allergic reaction to food like hives, swelling, difficulty breathing, vomiting happens quickly and can be life-threatening. Dr. Vitale also says allergists can test for food allergies. Food intolerances, referred to as food sensitivities in these kits, are different.
Symptoms can be a little bit more vague and subtle, such as abdominal pain, headache, brain fog, and these symptoms are very important. But unfortunately, we just don't really understand yet the mechanisms behind these sorts of reactions. And because of that, we don't have reliable tools or tests or measures to evaluate for them.
Given that, she says allergists don't understand how such at-home kits are testing how your body reacts to certain foods. But if you decide to do one, Dr. Vitale offers this advice.
If there's a food that it seems to you could be causing problems, is to do a brief avoidance diet and to keep a food journal. And if you feel better off that food, it's reasonable to continue off of it. But if you don't notice any difference, then we typically would recommend that the food be reintroduced.
And keep those trial periods somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks, but no longer than 4 to 6 weeks. Meg doesn't see herself making big changes after reading her results.
It definitely makes you think about what you're eating, but because I said I would consult with the doctor anyway, I almost wonder if I would skip this step and just go straight to my doctor.
Pete has a different approach as he is going to try to eliminate one by one the foods that ranked highest on his sensitivity list.
I would recommend it for someone that's trying to improve their health and figure out a place to start.
Allergy doctors say it's important to understand these types of food sensitivity tests have never been scientifically proven to be able to accomplish what they report to do. Claire Kellett, News 4.
According to Everlywell, food sensitivity testing has been and continues to be offered by thousands of healthcare professionals throughout the U.S. for nearly 2 decades. A statement from the company says in part this test, quote, should not be considered a substitute for food allergy testing. It goes on to say it should also not be considered a substitute for food intolerance. You can find the full statement from Everly Well on the KMOV News app.